Hey guys, I'm out here at Lake Shawnee today. Been doing a little trout fishing. Didn't have much luck until the end here. Did do a really nice rainbow trout. See, that's my hand. Give you a little point of reference here. Really nice rainbow trout. So I'll take him home. Or her. Looks like it might be a lady. Take her home and get it cleaned up and some good eating tonight, man. Love these freaking things. They're so much fun to catch. Surprised me. Just using a little mouse tail and just took off with the bobber, so pretty happy with that. Alright guys, so we were cleaning that nice rainbow trout I caught, and she had a belly full of eggs. See here, just a ton of trout eggs in here I saved. We're gonna use those for bait later, so throw them in the freezer, and they should keep, I'm hoping. So take a couple of those, put them on a little tiny hook, salmon egg hook, and should do some damage, I think. So I'll try it out anyway. In case you're wondering what sort of setup I was using here, see, I got a little tiny pink jig head. It's bent pretty bad from when I was fighting that trout earlier. And then I'm using a mouse tail, which is it's a little power bait type of bait. Just jigged it through the head, or just hooked it through that little ball there, and then I was letting that sit about a foot and a half, maybe, under just a little Billy Boy crappie bobber, and got little bites, little tiny nibbles on it, and I thought it was just a shad or something playing with it, and set the hook, and it just bit my rod and double, and so I was like, well, it's not a shad or a bluegill, so it must be something good, and saw a big flash of silver, and I knew I had a good rainbow trout there, so I got her up, and she put up a heck of a fight. It took me probably 5 minutes just to get her reeled in there, and I mean just to get her on the dock, because every time I went to go and grab her mouth, she just took off again. So but yeah, definitely a very nice little bait here for trout. You can just sit it and let the waves do the work, and it's definitely worth trying out. I'll be using it again next time I go, and again, people always talk about the line for trout, about how you have to have a special sort of line. I'm using SOS Trout line as a leader, and then I've got a thin braided line. You can see where it ties in here. So I've got a pretty thin braided line, suffix, and green camouflage, and it did wonders for me today. So definitely worth trying out if you're not getting a lot of bites. Add on some SOS Trout line, or just any sort of a fluorocarbon line, light fluorocarbon line, 4 to 6 pounds. That should do it. And just get a good knot on there, and you're solid.